I believe this is really a moment of truth. This report and President Trump now, his intervention. The choice, I think, is very stark. You know, is it NATO or European army? Clearly, Trump's beef about NATO is only 3 out of 4, as he puts it, states are actually paying their 2% GDP. I know Poland is, the UK is. But, you know, this is a major issue. You know, with America paying 70% of NATO's costs, and then, of course, you've got Canada in there as well, I think is a very stark choice between NATO and a European army. And I have to say that, you know, we have to make a choice. Either we stop the European army and bolster NATO, pay up the 2%, stop undermining, duplicating NATO just for the purposes of creating a superstate, or we don't. You know, you then fund the European army and you leave NATO, NATO falls apart. And the question becomes, what makes Europe safer? I would always believe in NATO. It's proven, it's very successful. Stop undermining it, I would say. The second point is, I believe this is part of creating a superstate. I mean, what other trade bloc actually has an army? Does NAFTA have an army? No. Does EFTA have an army? No. ASEAN, Mercosur? No, none do. So this really goes to the heart of whether the EU is headed towards being an EU superstate, which I believe it is, or remains as a trade bloc, or goes back to being a trade bloc, more accurately. And so I think this report is very, very fundamental. I oppose any move towards a single army, EU spies, and the massive rise in the EU budget. And I think this is a very, very important matter, and we really have to examine all our consciences on this. Thank you.